Hey everyone, so we're doing my first product review today, and what we're working with is the radiator core support from my 77 F-150, and yes, it's sitting on my transfer case that we'll be doing a reseal job here in another video. And the bottom of it, as anyone knows that runs old Fords, these rust out pretty bad. So I'm going to try an actual rust remover product on it. This is Rustoleum rust removal gel, and it first thing you do is hit it with a wire brush, let sit, and rinse off. So I have a good section here that I thought would really kind of show this for everyone, where it's kind of some light rust here, heavy rust in the cavity, and then some heavier rust on the end here. So first step, I'm just going to use my wire brush on a wire wheel and get it kind of the loose stuff kicked off before I use the rust remover. I always clean things with a brake clean, one, because it evaporates, and two, yes, always get the Pro Series. There's like 10 times as much in a bottle. Okay, directions for this, just to say, spray on liberally, let sit for, well, first set to spray, that would be helpful. Spray on liberally, let sit for 10 to 30 minutes, and then wash off with soap and water. So I'm just going to spray this on, and you can see it's a gel product, so it does go on very thick. And we'll start the timer and then check in and see how this looks. Okay, it has been about 10 minutes. You can see the directions say keep it wet, but this is a gel. It's doing a pretty good job. Some of the lighter rust stuff, it just kind of looks like glossy sheen on it, but the heavier rust section over here, you can see it's kind of making this white foam. It's actually kind of dripping down and off it, so you can see there's a reaction going on. So I'm going to spray a little bit more over here. Now you can see that foam, it kind of has the consistency of snot or something similar. Not so much over here, it's just going on wet, and that's okay. Alright, we'll let it sit another 10 minutes and go from there. Okay, 20 minutes in, we're still about the same over here. This stuff is continuing to foam up nicely. I did spray one other section where there was some rust here, so sorry I didn't have it before, but I didn't even prep it. And there was a rust section here, and it has now kind of disappeared. So I'm gonna go through and another layer of gel just to kind of keep this reaction going. Let it sit 10 minutes and wash it off, and then go from there. Okay, it's been sitting on there for 30 minutes. I'm going to do the next direction, which they said wash off with water. It's been about as exciting as watching rust dry. You can see it's actually coming off nicely. Lots of rust in my spongy water. It was a pretty heavy area here. It did say repeat applications as necessary for heavily rusted parts. So I think this area would include that. Alright, I'll clean this up for a while and then I'll show everyone the end result. Okay, honestly, it did not do a bad job. The light duty rust areas, it kind of ate right through. The rust was a little deeper. It did not do too much. This is stuff you probably want to hit with your grinder, grind it out before I throw some paint on it. Especially this was I really wanted to do this section because you could see what it does on light stuff, and then as it gets into the pitting, you probably try several more applications. I'm probably just going to grind this down, maybe cut the metal out, see where it ends, and maybe try some 415i after I get it really good and clean. But impressive here, this was that kind of light duty section, and I apologize I did not get it before. I sprayed this on as an afterthought, but this light rust stuff where it hadn't eaten into the metal, it actually dissolved anything on the surface. So I think for what you can expect from an over-the-counter rust remover gel, saves you some elbow grease. I do not think this is a bad product. I think it's something that I might try on other things. So again, that's my assessment on Rustoleum Rust Dissolver Gel.